sports world and anything goes. Are you ready? Let me introduce former NFL coach Kirk Broussard, former CFL coach and pro coach Chris Williams, and myself, Tracy Lynn. You can find us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and wherever you get your podcasts on all major platforms. We have Roman Gabriel III joining us. We have big games happening tomorrow. We have this. It's coming down to this. It's bittersweet. Let's talk about this. Who are you picking when it comes to the Bengal and Chiefs?
You know, if I were a gambling man, I wouldn't touch this game with a 10-foot pole. I think the Chiefs is still 7. They're favored by 7 at home. I think the Bengals are a different breed of cat, man.
Mm-hmm.
Joe
I know
Burrow
we talked about that.
And Jamar Chase and Mickens, and they've got so many young guys that don't know that they don't know, and that's a great combination. And they know that they can beat the Chiefs because they offensively dominated the Chiefs at home 3 weeks ago. So they're going to take chances. They're going to go for it on 4th down. There's going to be no holding back. The most important factor of the game is if they can keep Burrow standing up, this is going to be first team to 30. The deal with Patrick Mahomes is, and you know, everybody knows he's, I think, 8-1 at home. The only loss was the overtime in the championship game to Brady, and he didn't get the ball. So somehow, some way, you got to do what you did against them in Cincinnati, which is to try to get him off the field, hope that he'll throw an interception or that you can get him off the field. Fortunately, a couple of times where he doesn't get on a roll. But I see this as being a high-scoring game. I think this is going to be over 30. I think it's going to be 38-35, 35-30. But look for a close game. I think it's going to be an exciting game. You got two quarterbacks that are going to be around for a long time.
Yes, I'm going with the Bengals. I feel this is it. They're going to own Mahomes. That's been the word in my vocabulary the last few weeks because we've seen him. He panics. He does. He panics, and if they can ride him when he's panicking, they'll have it.
Well, I'll say this for Patrick. You got to find a way to slow him down because you're not going to stop him. All you can do is hope to slow him down. So, and get him off the field a couple of times and hope that he can, throws a pick. But for Cincinnati, it all comes down to their offensive line.
Right.
If he gets sacked less than 4 times, they got a chance to win. But they can't have a deal like they did in Tennessee last week where he's on the ground 9 times and hit 17 times.
Yeah, that one's going to be the game, that's for sure. Now let's move along to 49ers and Rams. Who are you predicting in that?
Well, I can't go any more than say, let's go Rams. My dad playing all those years with the Rams and all my friends that I know that are Rams. And the 49ers are our hated enemy. The 49ers, this has been a rivalry forever. They've had our number, which is, 6 straight wins and 2 this year, including the one that, Rams wouldn't even be playing them this week if they hadn't let them get back in that 17-0 down at half, and the Niners come storming back at SoFi with a home crowd. I hope that doesn't take place tomorrow because they were so loud that when you're at home doing a silent count, that's not a home field advantage. Rams fans got to get loud, and I think this game's going to come down to the 2 quarterbacks too. Both of these teams want to run the ball more. The Niners want to run it 30 times. Shanahan knows that if they can run it and be physical, which is what makes them so good, they feel like they're the team of destiny. Jimmy G ought to be comfortable at SoFi because the last 2 drives at SoFi in regulation and overtime, he was absolutely fantastic. Stafford, credit to him. He stepped up. A lot of pressure with this trade. Never won a playoff game. Now he's on the precipice of a Super Bowl. If Matthew could play clean, the Rams got a chance to win. But this is going to come down to a field goal. This is going to be a 2017, 24, 21 type of a game. Both these defenses can get after the passer. They can make stops. Both have great kickers that can kick the winning field goal. So this is going to be a wonderful football game. Going to be a great one to watch. The Rams have a little bit of advantage being home, but I think that advantage in a way gets knocked out because the Niners feel like they have their number, and this is a mental hurdle for the Rams to get over. And then the other thing for Rams fans that I'm hearing is, oh gosh, please please beat the Niners this week. We don't want the Niners coming back to the Super Bowl at SoFi and playing there. So there's a lot of emotion between the 49er and Rams fans for this one. And if you're going to the game, you're going to see a great one.
Yeah, I'm Team Rams. That's who I'm thinking. Definitely going to take it. I've been on the fence as to who I'm going with, but I think we're going to see the Bengals and the Rams for Super Bowl.
Well, the one thing that's great about the Final Four that we're in right now, Tracy, is that any combination is going to be a good one. The Niners Chiefs will be great. It'll be a rematch from a couple of years ago. Cincinnati and the Chiefs. I'm sorry, Cincinnati and the Rams would be a great matchup. And of course, everybody would, from a network standpoint, the Rams and the Chiefs is a golden matchup. So either way, you're going to be in pretty good shape Super Bowl Sunday. And I hope that those that are in Southern California will stop by our party on Thursday night, February 10th, to join us for a celebration of Rams football and for a purpose, which is to help local students and students nationwide to stay drug and alcohol abstinent. And you can go to soldouttv.com /events. And if you're not able to come, you want to stream it, you can check us out at funduel.com 665 or funduel.com Sold Out Youth Foundation and get involved with our fundraiser. It's live right now if you want to be a coach. And now I've got Tracy as a coach.
Yes.
You guys got to get behind your host.
Sign me up. I will raise money for you. That's for sure. I really appreciate everything that you are doing, taking the time today to tell us about it. Faith, family, and football. Roman Gabriel III. Thank you so much. We will put all your links. We will help you however we can. And I really appreciate your time here at the Play Callers Pod.
Tracy, love your show. Keep up the great work. And it's great to know that I've got a compadre in Canada that understands that it's about more than just the game. And you and I both know that based upon the kind of people we have on our show that make a difference in people's lives. So I'm really happy to know that you're out there doing it too. And we need more shows like our shows that are out there, because I think people really want to know more about the lives of the people that they love to cheer for. And that's always a great thing when you know more about the people that you love to be a fan of. So thank you again for what you guys do.
Well, there's always a story behind our smiles. There's always a story behind our jersey numbers. There's always that story. And thank you very much for being a part of our story. And again, we will get all your information up. I will do what I can, get some money raised for you.
Oh, one more thing. If you guys want to check out our podcast, just go to romangabrielshow.com, real easy, or anywhere you get podcasts. This week, our guest was a 1-hour conversation with Pro Football Hall of Fame running back Eric Dickerson.
Amazing.
Eric's a man of faith as well, a faith, family, and football guy, and he's got a new book called Watch My Dust. That's his memoir. So you guys need to get that book, because you'll hear Eric Dickerson like you've never heard him at romangabrielshow.com. So go, it's up now, and check us out. We'd love to have you. And we'll have a Super Bowl special too, Tracy, that your fans can hear, that will be up for Super Bowl week with some of our interviews and things that week. A Super Bowl special.
Let's just talk back about this event, the Super Bowl event that you're hosting February 10th. Now, Canadians who are listening can still be a part of this. We can still donate. So we got to make sure we tell everyone about this.
That's right. We want you to be a part of it. If you want to be a part of the event, we're going to stream it live on 2 places, dbnatelevision.tv, and the most important one I want to send you to today is we started our pre-Legends and Leaders Super Bowl fundraising effort on FunDuel, FUNDDUEL. And it's called FunDuel because we're having a contest to see who can raise the most money on that site at funduel.com. Go to Sold Out Youth Foundation or funduel.com. I think we're 665. So you'll find it either way. We have team captains. You can join your favorite team captain. I'm one of the team captains. You can get on my team. Jermichael Finley, Green Bay Packers tight end and world champion. He's one of the captains. Ray Crockett, 2-time Denver Broncos defensive back, is one of those guys. And then we've got the Socal Rams Booster Club. So if you're a Rams fan, you can donate there. You can put up your own videos. You can click the donate button and give any amount that you want to give. We have prizes for those that raise the most money. It's a social networking fun thing. So you can hashtag take the pledge. do a video or photos with your kids and put it up on the site. It's interactive and easy, and that's going to last all the way to Super Bowl, to the event at Super Bowl Sunday. So go to FunDuel, FUNDUEL. People are already getting on teams. They're already getting and donating and putting up videos and having fun. Some of the prizes are cool. Signed footballs from Fred Dreyer, Vince Ferragamo, Ray Crockett, Jermichael Finley. We've got some grand prizes. I think one of the footballs is a Matthew Stafford signed football.
Nice.
So, we're going to have a great time even leading up to the event. So go to funduel.com, look up Sold Out Youth Foundation, or 665, I believe is our code, and start giving. And here's the thing I also wanted to say, Tracy, if your fans want to be a team captain, want to be on the homepage to themselves, get their photo on the homepage, and you have your own team where you go to your friends and raise money for this. And again, if you raise the most money or a top 3, you're going to get a great prize. And you're also, by giving $20, that's it, $20 donation, we're going to get you a live stream, and you're going to be able to be at the event, even though you can't be in Socal. So the way they can contact me is they can go to soldouttv@gmail.com if they want to be captains. And I'd love to have you be a captain, Tracy.
I would love to be a captain and help you raise money for this.
We could tell them, if you could represent your show and have all of your fans come on FunDuel and represent and help you. So here at Super Bowl 56, being able to go back home to where I grew up, where I have a lot of great friends, and to be able to put on a program on Thursday, February 10th before the Super Bowl at UC Irvine, called Sold Out, Youth Foundation will benefit from those funds. But more importantly, with the Rams being so integral in this year's Super Bowl run, we decided to celebrate, the last time the Super Bowl was there, the Steelers and Rams at the Rose Bowl. So we're bringing back Rams legends for this event, like Vince Ferragamo, Fred Dreyer, Mike Lansford, Leroy Urban, Lee Steinberg, of course, who was the agent who was instrumental in bringing the Rams at SoFi, with his group of people that brought it back to LA. So this is going to be a cool celebration, 4:30 on Thursday, February 10th. And you can go to soldouttv.com /events to get tickets or be a sponsor. We'd love for you to get out there and be involved with us. But the most important thing is it's a party with a purpose to help local kids and to use the Super Bowl. I'll be going into a couple of schools that week and doing my Roman Gabriel show on DBNA television.TV live from 1 to 3 Pacific time during Super Bowl week. So I've been covering the Super Bowl now for 29 years. It's been such a great platform to be able to help kids and families and the people of the Super Bowl city, and then to carry that on even after it's gone. And lasting impact is what the Sold Out Youth Foundation is all about. We've impacted over 500,000 kids. So you hit the nail on the head. Professional athletes today have a responsibility to use their platform to make a difference. And I've been very blessed to have a lot of those guys and coaches and players that do just what I do. And we all realize that if we can help each other, we can make a bigger impact. Everybody, this is Roman Gabriel from Newport Beach, California. A party that we're going to throw called Pro Football Legends and Leaders, celebrating the Rams in Southern California. Parties, hospitality, media, meeting celebrities and NFL players past and present, and a party with a mission. That's right, celebrating the opportunity to help our young people all across the country stay off of drugs and alcohol. We want you to be involved and support this, and here's the good news. It's a 100% tax deductible donation, really helping kids here in the Orange County community. Join me, Newport Beach, right here for Super Bowl 56.
So we're going to talk about faith, family, and football. I mean, you did follow in your father's footsteps. You played football, but there was a greater purpose for you in life. There was a different journey. And you're the leader of Sold Out Youth Foundation. If you could tell me a little bit more about this.
Well, Tracy, one of the things that I was taught at an early age from my father was that you use football, first of all, to reach your goals, but it's all about team and all about making a difference in people's lives. And my dad did a lot of charity work, helped a lot of kids when he was playing. But for me, I followed my dad's footsteps because, that's really all I saw. I mean, when I was 2 years old, we moved to Los Angeles when my dad got drafted by the Rams. And first time I watched him play, I wanted to be a professional football player, and he showed what that looks like. So I was around him in a lot of football camps and a lot of charity events. He also gave me a great respect for the military because he did a lot of stuff like going with Bob Hope to Vietnam and other things along that line. So for me, I had the opportunity, I was a faith-based guy at 13, became a Christian man, and from that moved on to play football with a different perspective, which was, that God gave you the ability to play the game, and he needs to get first place in your life. So faith, family, and football was the order of that. It's something that Tony Dungy, who's behind me on the wall, talked a lot about during his championship years and still does today in terms of leading men. So for me, I had the opportunity in college, being at the University of New Mexico in Albuquerque, no professional team. As a quarterback of the team, got asked to speak to a lot of high schools and junior highs and Indian reservations and organizations that wanted you to speak. And I took a public speaking course my sophomore year that really changed it for me because I was very confident as an athlete playing football, basketball, baseball when I was on the field, but I was a very shy guy off the field. So that public speaking class really brought me out of my shell and really showed me the power of being able to communicate effectively. So I had the opportunity again to grow into what an impact that people saw in you just because you played a game. Mm-hmm. So after playing professional football, I had a neck injury that took me out my second year. So didn't get to have that long career like my father had, but was very blessed and appreciative to the whole journey of what that brought me in my life. So I studied speech communications and television radio, had my first broadcast job in 1989, but knew at some point I really wanted to get involved in ministry and get involved with working with kids. And so I was asked by a FCA director in Wilmington, where I was from, in 1997 to come with him and speak at some schools. And after speaking at many of those schools, he took me aside. He said, you really have a gift of speaking. Kids really pay attention to what you say. And so we started a ministry, my wife and I, in 2003, Sold Out Youth Ministry, to not only to, with the drug and alcohol situation, because it was a passion of mine, because I came from a family where alcoholism was a big deal. My brother was an alcoholic for 17 years, now doing extremely well. But I was the guy who found him at his lowest and really realized the devastation of what that can do to not only the person that is an alcoholic, but the person and his family. So it was a passion to start our program 10 years ago, which we currently are doing, called the Sold Out School Drug and Alcohol Education Program, which now is a 100% online program at soldouttv.com. That's soldouttv.com, where parents, kids, and schools can go for not only tools about alcohol and drug abstinence, but about goal setting, life skills training, fitness, health, and wellness. And with what's going on in our country with COVID and the after effects on kids, 35% of kids with mental and emotional distress, 25% increase in suicide in seniors in high school, elevated drinking and drug use, and of course the dangers of things like fentanyl, and then vaping, which is very dangerous for kids. There's just so many ways for kids to get in trouble today. So it's a passion for me to do what we do, and that's why I got involved in bringing sports, our Roman Gabriel Sports Entertainment Company, together with our Sold Out Youth Foundation message, using our radio program, RomanGabrielShow.com, our podcast, our internet work, our social networking presence, to put a bigger message out, which was about the importance of drug and alcohol abstinence for teenagers, and making sure that they give themselves every chance to be successful. So,
and it seems like it's very important at this time with the stats. I mean, the stats of, like you said, mental health when it comes to our youth, substance abuse, absolutely incredible. And suicide rates with young kids has just it's staggering when you look at those stats. So I can see the importance. Now, how do families get involved with their kids? Because you're talking with the youth. What's their response to you when they're seeing you stand there talking about drugs and alcohol?
Well, about 8 years ago, I got with an educator from the state of North Carolina, and we realized that schools were becoming connected internet-wise. They were going and transitioning to a computer curriculum, which really was a positive in terms of what we wanted to do, being a content video-based foundation, the things we were developing with our athletes and coaches, with the power of positive role models and role model mirroring, using successful people to influence kids and give them an idea of what a successful life looks like. But part of our program is a 3-step accountable pledge that's online. There's a QR code poster in high traffic areas in the school so the kids can access it easily on their phone. And it takes them directly to our pledge page at soldouttv.com, where they take a 3-step pledge to be drug and alcohol abstinent, to help their friends do the same. And then the biggest part of that pledge is to go home that same day and talk to their parent or guardian about the decision that they made. And one of the toughest things for parents to do is to have that very difficult, sometimes uncomfortable conversation with their kids, because some parents, they want to say, well, if I talk about it, maybe they'll start doing it. Or,
Right.
I don't want them to think that I'm looking over their shoulder. But it's the best thing you could possibly do. And we've used the kids to be the ones to initiate that conversation.
Right.
And we
Because
see
as
about
parents,
70% of middle school students that'll take this pledge. So it's a positive peer pressure, because there's two kinds of peer pressure. You got a negative peer pressure and a positive one. That one gets kids to do the right thing, and one gets kids to do the wrong one. And there's usually a large percentage of kids that come in and out of that circle. So our program, really created an atmosphere where being alcohol and drug abstinent was cool. And, of course, it's going to be cool when you have people like Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady and Lisa Leslie and Dr. Oz and these celebrities and pop culture people that they look up to and see, that are taking the time to speak to them through our video student success program that has over 300 1 to 3 minute videos with talking life skills, talking life success, preparing for the next step, whether you're a middle schooler or a high schooler. So we've done this program for 6th and 9th graders, alternative schools, at-risk kids, early college, and I love doing it. But the thing that's great about the only positive thing for us that came out of COVID was our opportunity to reach more kids through an online program. And we've been able to do that by working with schools who desperately need content and need this kind of help, because they're not able to focus on that, because during COVID, they were doing everything they could to focus on 4 core classes.
it was hard. I had teenagers, so it was hard working from home. Then, having to go outside of the home, and your kids are at home. They're not even focused on school because they're too busy on their phones watching YouTube videos. And there's such a negative impact when it comes to social media. So it's great that you're really driving this, and that your reach is limitless, because you can reach people all around the world being online.
So one of the things, the reason why we're doing this event, and we plan to do this event every year. We've already got our facility for Phoenix next year at Arizona State University. We're working with ENP Forums at UCI, which is a high-tech consortium working with local companies in the Orange County area. And I will say this for our great sponsors, and you can check them out at soldouttv.com. They know there's a problem. They know this is needed in their community. Where I'm going to be speaking in the high schools, Corona Del Mar, Newport Beach, Irvine, they're 10% higher in underage alcohol drinking than the Southern California average. So, we're dealing with a very serious problem that needs to be done. And at that party on February 10th, the Legends and Leaders Party, we're going to announce that a good deal of that money that we're raising is going to go towards the technology we need to create an effective app that's going to mirror our soldouttv.com website with all of our student tools. And then anyone in the country will be able to get it through a subscription, parents, homeschoolers, athletic programs, to where we can go directly to the public. And of course, as you know, with an app, a 12-year-old or above gives away their privacy when he takes the app, which means that rather than waiting for them to get hold of us through our pledge. We can reach directly to them through text and through social networking and through messaging about a whole lot of things that can impact their life and give them the tools they need to have a better opportunity to be successful.